Hey guys, it's Jen from beautyriotx again, and I'm back with Ava, and we switched it up this time. So this time, Lou picked out her makeup. I didn't get to film the footage of it because we did it right before her nap, so I kind of had to rush her through it. But she did pick all this out for her sister, and now I'm going to be applying it to her. And I've never done this, putting makeup on her before, so she does wear a little bit of makeup herself, normally, like mascara and eyeliner.
No.
Lipstick. Foundation, anything?
Blush.
Okay, blush and mascara, maybe. So this is a whole new thing. So I always start with eyeshadow. So Lily picked out two. She picked out the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette and the Stila Blue Realm Velvet eyeshadow palette. So I'll use this like as a topper and this as the main palette. I mean, I guess I could just go into this with the mattes, but it actually oddly complements this one, so works out perfect. And I think we're gonna go in with, now I normally don't do other people's makeup, so my brushes are usually just only used on myself, so I have sanitized them and they're ready to use on someone else. And I think I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M514 brush. Actually, I'm gonna go into the Stila matte kind of taupe shade right here to start off with. Like the other video, I can't zoom in too much because both of us won't be in frame, so I'll get as close as I can. The only other time I think I've done Ava's makeup was for like Halloween, and any other time? I feel like there was another time.
I think there was. I think you just think I was supposed to go to my... Oh wait, it was when Randy hurt his arm. And
I did it because he hurt his arm?
No, right when he was at the place or at his friend's house, you were doing my makeup just for fun. Oh. And then we had to wipe it off because my dad was going to be at the hospital.
Oh, right.
That's the tea, guys.
So, God, I don't remember how many years ago it was, but years ago,
was in 4th grade.
When my son was in 4th grade, he was at a friend's house, and his friend's house was behind their school, and the school has like a 12-foot high fence, and him and the friend were climbing it. Well, my son fell from the fence, but his arm got hooked on a jagged part of the fence, and it ripped the top of his arm skin off. I'll insert a picture, but yeah, a layer, a huge chunk of his skin got ripped off, or ripped down. They had to skin graft it and like...
Sew it back on.
Kind of sew it back on, yeah. It was a very, very scary day.
I'm gonna laugh a lot when you have to do my lips.
I'm gonna laugh when I have to do this side, because I hate having to match one side to the other. It's never my strong suit, not even on myself.
Do you wear mascara?
No, not usually.
Why?
Because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help me. It doesn't make my lashes look better. So what's the point?
Do you wear falsies?
Sometimes, but normally I just do liquid liner just along the lash line, just to give the effect that my lashes are nicer than they are.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of the deepest shade. I know I'm not, like, you guys aren't following this, but like the deepest shade on the outer edge. I'm not going to give her a huge glam look. She's 13. She doesn't need it. We're not going anywhere.
Rude. How many views do you think this video is gonna get?
I don't know. Your other video got a lot of views.
Are you just using me for clout?
Maybe a little. In case you couldn't tell, I'm not a makeup artist. I do not usually do makeup on other people, so if you don't like it, that is not my problem.
Me?
No, no.
Oh.
These metallics are so pretty. I don't know what I'm going to use. Let's swatch them. What do I want to do, like some of the browns? I don't know. So I always go in and do my shadow first, because when you do shadow, it usually falls on your face, and this way you don't have to clean up your foundation.
What's the look we're going for here?
Everyday fab.
So basic. The eye looks a lot darker than that one.
Alright, now we're gonna go clean up the bottom a little bit. Now I'm gonna go in with this Botanic Farm Soft Cover Pore Balm Primer, and it's like the Benefit, like, Porefessional kind of thing. That real, like, silicone base to it.
You keep going out of focus?
Yeah. Because it keeps focusing on the back, so we have to, like, kind of keep forward.
My skin's really dry. I hate it so much.
You know what, let's turn this off and we'll prep your skin real quick. Alright, so we had to switch up the primer because Ava has really dry skin, and the primer that Lou picked out was gonna like enhance the dryness, so I went in and I got the Catrice Prime and Fine Soft Focus Beautifying Primer because it's more like a moisturizer. And we also had to go in and kind of prep her skin a little bit more because I wasn't prepared for how dry like her skin was, so.
R.I.P. my skin.
Yeah. So when we're done actually filming, we're gonna go through my skincare and look for like skincare routine stuff for her to use and kind of cater to her skin and maybe help it out a little bit. So now we're gonna go in with foundation while we let the primer sink in a little bit. I'm gonna use my metal plate right here, and Lou picked out the CYO Long Lasting Foundation Life Proof, and I have two shades, 103 and 104. She is not the same lightness skin tone as me. So these are like dried out. Shit.
Language. Can I get my hair dyed? Now that everyone's in quarantine, everyone's just dyeing their hair.
The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that you're just gonna have roots forever now. I mean, if you go blonde, then you're stuck being blonde until
it grows out.
Until completely. I mean, think of Mom. Molly's hair was horrible.
We're bleeping out her name for obvious reasons. No, her hair was orange.
Listen, she still had roots. It doesn't matter what color her hair was. She dyed it and she never redid it. So she had that huge chunk of...
Well, her sister also did it.
Well, it doesn't matter. She still had roots, like horrible ones.
But you're like a hairdresser, so it's fine.
Is it?
Yeah. Because you know about this stuff. Your hair's pink, Mom. You can't think it's that crazy.
No, I don't think it's crazy. My point is, you're 13 and you shouldn't have roots at 13.
How old were you when you first dyed your hair?
14 or 15, but I did it like a color close to my natural color. So it wasn't really noticeable. We're going concealer. She picked out the Jeffree Star...
What the hell is this?
I don't remember what this is
Concealer?
called. Something concealer. I used to just use this to like prime for my shadow because it was too drying for me. And it's just not the right color. I'm just gonna do a little bit because you don't have anything to hide under your eyes. Lucky little witch.
Just don't get it in my eye.
Let's do some cream concealer or cream contour. Why not? Nudies medium. Louis didn't pick this out, but I'm just doing it.
Cool.
Yes, it is.
Oh, is that it?
And this is in medium 7. Yeah.
I've never worn contour. It's contour, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, finally somebody they can use this. It'll show up on. This is too light for me.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Who's the prettiest celebrity?
The prettiest?
Yeah, I know.
Who?
Madison Beer.
I don't know who that is.
You don't?
All right, now we're gonna go on with the Revolution Pro Skin Finish in Luminescence.
Well, it makes my face really itchy.
Sorry. Now we're gonna go in with bronzer. We're not gonna do too much because we just did cream contour. And we're gonna use the, Louis picked the Lovecraft Beauty Bronzing Trio. But it's this one. And this is actually a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm gonna go in with Cymbeline right here, the lightest one.
Oh, that's where bronzer goes.
Just kind of like all around the edges of your face.
Does it make your face look thinner or something?
The contour usually like does that.
Oh, that's nice.
Contour usually goes down here, but I'm just cheating.
Did you do anything for April Fools?
Nope.
You should have.
This whole year is a joke.
Should have been like, I quitting YouTube. Posted a video. And you're like, just kidding, guys.
Good
We're doing
one.
a review.
It's okay. You're okay.
I know.
You're
Strains
okay,
my
I know.
eyes.
I know. And now we're gonna do inner corner highlight.
Oh, I love when people do that.
I'm gonna use this palm reader, like this white gold shade right here. Okay. All right, and now let's do blush. And Louis picked out this one because she said it looked really fun, and it looks like kid makeup.
It does.
It feels like kid makeup, but this blush is insane. I got this from TJ Maxx like 8 years ago, but it's still so
bright?
pigmented and crazy. It reminds me of like Gem and the Holograms. I can't get rid of it.
Which one are you using?
I'm gonna use like the most muted one, so like
Thank you.
this one right here. I'm gonna use my Sigma brush. And now we're gonna do, we'll do brows.
Let's tell them about the time you ate a lot of almonds and you had to go to the hospital.
I'm gonna use the Brow Gal Instant Brown Hair Tinted Brow Gel with microfibers. Before Ava and her brother were born, when I was married, or I don't know if maybe it was before me and her dad were married, right after we were married, I don't know. A woman I worked with was selling like these like gourmet almonds like that were covered with this amazing kind of toffee for her son's football team or something. It was like a fundraising thing. I bought them from her every year because they were just incredible. And
did she make them?
No, they got them from someplace. Well, one year I ate so many of them that I had to go to the emergency room because I woke up in so much pain and I didn't realize what it was from. So I go to the emergency room and then they were like taking my vitals and asking me questions. And at the end of it all, they were like, you know, have you eaten anything weird lately? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And then, you know, they were going through what I had eaten that night. When I got to the almonds, they're like, oh, that's what it was. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, if you eat like an obscene amount of nuts or like, I don't know if they said nuts or specifically almonds, they're like, your like intestines can't process them or something like that, and sent me to the hospital. You like that story?
Yes.
All right, let's do highlighter. My favorite part.
What? Best. This highlighter?
It's highlighter in general. All right, and now Louis picked out the LA Colors Pout Lip Gloss Matte in the shade Angel Kisses.
Whoa.
I don't know how this is going to match with the rest of your makeup, but Louis doesn't care about that part.
Nope.
I never noticed actually how big your lower lip was compared to your top lip. Like you have the perfect lower lip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, since they've been chapped, it's a lot bigger. Just cause.
Well,
I guess. Is
that
that it?
Yep.
All of it?
Mm-hmm. All right, hurry, the camera's overheating.
I know.
All right,
Ooh, oh wow.
what do you think?
My eyebrows are really dark. They're never this dark.
Not really. All right, guys, that was it. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for next time.
Add me on Instagram. It's Ava Loren _G. AVALOREN _G.